You close your eyes and fall asleep. What type of dream do you usually expect? Comforting, weird but memorable, nightmare, don't sleep too well, sad dream. I always have weird but memorable dreams. All of my dreams, pretty much, are weird and memorable. All of them are very, very bizarre. I have a very funny dream to tell you about. Have I told you... Stop me if I've said this one. I can't remember if I've told you this one. Have I told you the dream about Jack Black getting the ladder out of the car? Have I told you... Have I mentioned that on stream before? I can't remember. I don't think I have. No, okay, so here's a dream, right? Here's a dream, right? I was chilling out with Jack Black. Jack Black and I, we were hanging out, right? And then, he's like, hold on, buddy. I gotta fix something. And I'm like, okay. So he goes over to this, like, you know the little kind of, the tire changing cars from Cars, like the really little cars that change the tires? It was one of those, like, very, very tiny, tiny blue car. Very tiny blue car. And he opens the boot, and he starts getting a ladder out of the little car. And the ladder... it's like attached to the car and it just keeps going up. Like this is an infinity ladder and it just starts going up and up and up and Jack Black just starts climbing the ladder seemingly to fucking nowhere. And I'm just watching as he goes up and up and up and up and up. This very tall ladder out of a very tiny car. And Jack Black is just going up and I don't know what he's going to fix. He's just going up into the sky. And I was like, damn, he better watch out. He better watch out. That doesn't look very stable at all. And sure enough, eventually the little car started wobbling, and then Jack Black was like a mile in the sky, and then the car fell over, and he fell out of the sky. I was like, oh fuck, he's gonna die. And then I ran over, and in my head I was like, wait, he's fine. I was like, no, he's fine. Because do you remember Kung Fu Panda? Po fell all the way down the stairs, and he was fine. And then sure enough, Jack Black fell from basically skyscraper height, but he was just kind of in the street of I ran like for 2 minutes to try and catch up to him, and he had fallen down somewhere, and he was just fine. Like he was dazed, and he was like, "Oh man, it's crazy, man. What happened?" But he was like slightly dazed, but it was fine. And then we found ourselves going to like we went to see a play. And in the concession stand, we went to go and get some food, and I remember we had, like, the seats along the side, like, we had some cheap seats, and it was a weird play layout, like, they weren't, the seats were, like, just kind of put down, you know, they were just kind of old seats that had been kind of laid out in a random order, you know, it wasn't like a proper theater, but we went to this concession stand, right, and there was this guy, who was cooking, and suddenly his stove immediately bursts into a giant grease fire. Like, his electric stove just goes whoosh, and there's fire everywhere. And we're like, Jesus fucking Christ, are you alright? And this guy is so chill. This guy is like, nah, watch this. And he gets the grill, and he puts it on top of the fire, and he keeps cooking the food in a pan on top of the grease fire. So the grease fire is going, and he's still cooking. And I remember specifically he said, "You motherfuckers have never tried something with real burn on it." And I was like, huh? And he handed us this enormous blob of chicken wrapped in bacon. And it was like, not a particular cut of chicken. It wasn't a particular, it was like an unholy obelisk of chicken meat wrapped in like so much bacon that you couldn't actually see the chicken inside. And I remember thinking it was really tasty. And then I woke up. What do you think that dream means? Huh? What do you think that means? I don't know. That's crazy, yeah. That's putting it lightly. Anyway,